We should be live on YouTube. It's very windy today. Can you hear me clearly and see me clearly if anyone is out there yet? How's everybody doing today? The sun is out and it seems to be another beautiful, gorgeous day. But it is very windy. And give me a second here. I was going to go to a different location to do this 150th Walking with Purpose live edition, special live stream. I was going to do this somewhere else, which is what I'm trying to say. But at the last minute, I sat there and I thought, where did I start the Walking with Purpose streams, and what place means more to me than any other place that I've done a Walking with Purpose live stream? That's none other than beautiful Red Morton Park here in Redwood City, California, my hometown. And lots of changes happening. This is the old Veterans Memorial Building. I showed you folks a diagram yesterday, or not a diagram, a picture of the future of what's going to be here. This is totally old school. This is about to be torn down and rebuilt into a state-of-the-art senior center. Wow, it is extremely windy. Can you see that? I mean, that should give you an idea of how windy it is. I can feel like tree branches falling on me. Very windy. This will give you a better perspective over here of how windy it is today. Hey Queen, how you doing? Queen is here, you're good. And then you retracted the message. All right, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Welcome to the show, Queen. We're going to wait just a few minutes before we get right into it. I have a lot of things to share on this 150th very special Walking with Purpose live edition episode. And I'll be with you folks here for at least 3 laps, possibly 4. I will do a total of 4 laps again today at the park. But depending on how quickly I get through the material and how many people are here, I'm either going to be on for 3 laps or 4 laps. And I was also thinking about something I've been contemplating for a while. And I've contemplated it before, and I'm not quite sure yet. But I'm going to be really thinking about this tonight. The future of how much content I'm going to put out on YouTube. I may cut down my production on YouTube and put the majority of my content somewhere else. And there's a reason for it. I mean, I'll just touch up on that a little bit right now. I've been running this business for almost 5 years on YouTube, between a former channel I used to run and this channel that I've been running now for almost 3 years. In December, it will be the 3-year anniversary of this channel. Sorry for the loud noise. There's construction happening over here. In December, it'll be 3 years that I've been running this channel. And it'll be 2 years that this channel has been monetized. 2 years straight with no issues, no fear of any issues. I'm a good, clean channel that follows the rules. I've produced a lot of content out here on YouTube, pre-recorded, and live. I've done it all. I put in a ton of effort. But I'm just not getting the traction, folks, no matter what I do. And it's not that I'm giving up or anything like that, and it's not that I'm going to stop producing out here. I'm probably going to scale back on my YouTube production. Hey, Adelaide, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Nice to see you here. I've got to more so start diversifying even more. American Dream with a $1 super chat. Hey, Dream. Welcome to the show. How are you doing? So like I said, I've been diversifying my content, or my presence more so, on social media lately. And I'm going to more so start doing that with my video and audio content. I may even start doing some podcasting non-video style like I used to do in the past. Many other platforms, wow, it is windy. Give me a second here. Wow. There are many other platforms, which is what I'm trying to say, that will get you better traction doing the same thing. And look, folks, I'm not sitting here, I'm not complaining, I'm not whining, I'm not quitting, I'm not doing all that. It's just I put a lot of effort into this content, and my views just continue to go down. For whatever reason. I'm not even going to blame the trolls and haters. I'm not blaming anybody, right? It's just not easy to grow out here on YouTube. Unless you're creating drama content, If you're creating drama content, you'll start off doing okay, and as long as you maintain your drama and don't get removed by YouTube for doing things that are too crazy, or if you do get removed, you keep rebuilding and not get tired of it, you can have some success. I hate to admit that, but that's how it goes. And I'm not a drama channel. I'm a coach. I'm here to help people. I'm here to help people get the best possible grip on their life or lives, so you can all accomplish whatever it is that your heart or heart's desire. So no complaints. I'm not whining. I'm not complaining. I'm sure some people will talk about this on their streams and behind the scenes and stuff, and that's fine. You can talk about me all you want. I don't care. I got to do what's best for myself and moving my vision forward. So I'll talk more about that as the show goes on. I'm gonna pop on over here to the right and check out the chat, because I know American Dream is here and he's posting some stuff in the chat. And some other people are commenting. Thanks again for the $1 super chat, American Dream. Thank you for the topic, Queen. American Dream says, hi everyone. Hi Coach. Hey Dream. I'm washing clothes tonight. Wow, it is super windy. Can you folks even hear me? It's very windy right here. American Dream retracted the message. He put typo and he put it back in. A lot of people don't want to change their behaviors because it's their coping mechanism. They believe they're not doing anything wrong. They're delusional. I hear you, says Queen. Coach Eli has helped me to understand that I have a lot to work on in my own life. It is a challenge, but it is not impossible. Well, Dream, I can go as far and say this about you and your situation. You have identified the situation, and yes, I am glad to have been a part of that in helping you identify what you've been struggling with. So you know exactly what the issues are, and you know exactly what you need to do to change those issues. You just haven't chosen to take the action yet, Dream. And that's half the battle, right? Half the battle is identifying the issues, owning up to them, right? Taking ownership, which most people won't do. But then once you identify the issues and own up to them, you still need to take the action to correct them. Yes, exactly, Coach. Yeah, Dream. And everybody goes through this at some point or another in their lives, Dream. We all go through things, right? And then we all realize that we've made mistakes or we've gone down the wrong path, right? Or many paths, right? But even after we identify it, it still takes us a while to, take what we've learned and correct the underlying issues. Like you said, Dream, a second ago in one of your comments in the chat, we all have coping mechanisms, right? Your coping mechanism and several other people's coping mechanisms that I've encountered out here on YouTube are being a part of drama streams and drama panels out here on YouTube and talking smack about other people and going out of your way to try to kick other people down to try to mask your pathetic, miserable life instead of changing it for the better, right? That's exactly what it is, right? No one wants to hear it, but that's the truth. That's why, my numbers aren't as high as drama channels, right? I'm not an entertainment channel. I'm not a drama channel. I'm a coach. So, far fewer people are going to tune in. Plus, in 2021 and going into 2022, it's become a lot harder to penetrate the YouTube algorithm and get recommended by YouTube to a new audience. I've been trying to do that since the end of last year, the beginning of this year. I've been avoiding trolls and haters. I've been focusing on my own thing. I've been optimizing my videos, great thumbnails, great topics, right? Great quality audio and video, great content. And just hasn't happened. Fortunately, I've found other ways to get myself out there and make money, and I don't need to get into that. I'm doing fine financially. That's not the thing. The thing is, I really want to get my message out there to truly help as many people as possible. So to me, it's more about helping the people than the money. The money is the bonus, right? Give me a second here. Coach Eli is a Coach Eli is a down and dirty, raw, unscripted truth. Hashtag Fact Life Coach. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth, but Coach Eli tells it because the truth hurts. Well, Dream, we've gone down this road before, and I'll go down this road with you again right now, again live. Okay? Yeah, the truth does hurt, Dream. But the pain in that truth shall set you free, brother. The pain in that truth shall set you free. A lot of people don't want to own up to their issues and correct them because they're just not ready, or they don't want to go through the pain, right? Sometimes you have to go through some pain to turn your life around and start having pleasure in your life. Actually, that's the way it typically works. If you're going down the wrong path, it's not getting you anywhere, and you're not happy regarding one or many aspects of your life, you got to let that shit go. And you got to deal with the pain. You have to channel that pain into happiness. Take that pain and anger and direct it towards happiness, not more pain and anger. That's what people do. And again, regarding you, Dream, that's why you can't let go of these drama people. I tune into your stuff every now and then, Dream. I don't comment anywhere anymore because, quite frankly, drama people don't deserve any of my attention at all. Zero. Right? I'm not saying this about you, but there are people you associate with that know me and have done crazy things to try to disrupt my life on and off of YouTube. And I just choose to not give them anything anymore. But yeah, Dream, you're just not ready to move on. You deal with these people because you think they're beneficial to you in some way, or maybe like you said, Dream, it is your coping mechanism, right? But see, Dream, when you finally realize that these people really don't give a shit about you, they only care about what they can take from you, you might finally put your foot down and say, I've had enough of this crap, right? And just let it all go and start over if you have to. Start over at zero if you have to, Dream. I used to get a lot more views when I was going back and forth with the drama people. But that was affecting my business. It was affecting my purpose of what I do out here. And I knew that once I let it all go, that my numbers would tank by 2/3, and they did. My numbers right now, Dream, are 80% less than they were when I was going back and forth with drama people, right? And I got nothing out of it, bro. I kept giving them content. They kept making money and donations off of me getting triggered on their panels, and the content I would make about them, they would use it under fair use and do commentary on it on their live streams, and then their people would donate. And they would all do that just to piss me off by another drama creator taking my content and making more money off of my content than I am. Thank you for another $1 super chat with no message, Dream. That's $2 today. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. It's not necessary, but I appreciate it, bro. All right, folks. Let's get right to the topic here today. And this is probably going to be the only stream I do today. I may not do an in-studio stream again until next week. I'm not quite sure. I really am trying to catch up on a lot of rest. The more I rest, the quicker I heal up the last little bit of pain I'm feeling from my herniated disc and my sciatica. Obviously, I'm walking fine. You can see me. I'm feeling good right now. But, you know, sometimes when you sit down for a while and then you get up, you feel pretty stiff. I'm trying to get more rest. I've just noticed the more rest I get, the better I feel. And the more loose my muscles get. So, and I feel very safe here because we have two police cars here. I like it when the cops are around because they keep the peace. Shout out to Redwood City Police. Thank you for your service. Thank you for putting your lives at risk to protect ours. God bless you. I'm going to pull over here to the side and check out the chat, and then I will definitely get to the topic here. We'll get rolling into that. With the exception of my dad, you're the pillar of support and masculine authority that has led me in the direction that I must go towards. Thank you, Dream. Dream furthermore says American Dream 6.2. What the hell? What's wrong with your back, Coach? I didn't know you were hurt. I've had lower back surgery before. That's excruciating pain. Typo hurt. American Dream. I've been talking about this for, gosh, almost 2 years now, year and a half. Almost 2 years ago, a little over a year and a half ago, I herniated my disc. And the doctors think, and I think it happened while I was going hiking one time because I was using the wrong backpack with no chest and waist support. And I was carrying like 30 plus pounds up and down some severe hills. And I did that quite a few times. And I herniated a disc because of that. And I herniated it so badly that it's just taken a long time for it to heal. Dream, I'm a lot better. I'm like 99% healed, Dream. But if you saw me a year and a half ago, maybe a little longer than a year and a half ago, it was very hard for me to walk. The nerve, you know what the nerve is, the sciatic nerve. It runs from your lower back through your glutes, down your legs, right, to your feet, right? When you compress that, when that nerve gets severely compressed on your lower right back, it basically disrupts the signal a lot down to your feet, and it can affect you from walking properly. You can still walk, but your balance is way off because you have that tingly feeling of the nerve being compressed. And so surgery is an option, but they recommend to not do surgery, Dream, because if it heals naturally, that's the best thing. And sometimes surgery is not successful. Dream, Eli is getting old. Well, Queen, yeah, I mean, I'm 47. I'm going to be 48 in December. I mean, I'm not the youngest dude around. I'm not the oldest dude around. But I think for my age, I take care of myself as best as possible. And, I fight through things, right? I try to stay as healthy and fit and eat as healthy as possible, Everybody has their moments, and they will eat something every now and then that they shouldn't eat, or they'll do something they shouldn't do. Everyone does that, but I try to minimize that. So I've done the best I can. But sometimes things happen. So, yeah, that's what happened, Dream. I'm surprised that you never heard me. I talked about that many times, more so in the past, more so throughout last year and the beginning of this year. I talked about it almost every day. Maybe you just either weren't here every time I talked about it, or you weren't paying attention. You were multitasking. That's okay. It happens, bro. But you know now. It's all good. It's all good. Yes, I see, says Dream. You are a fighter, coach. That's why I support you, and many others do also. In the ancient days, with our respect, they called them gladiators. You stand your ground and use your weapons that God gave. No disrespect, I'm genuine. I appreciate that, Dream. Well, you say that you support me, which I believe that, and many others do. To be honest with you, Dream, on this YouTube platform, I don't have a whole lot of support. I probably do have about 15 or 20 good people that I've been able to salvage as good friends. And we're all connected behind the scenes in the Coach Eli private moderator group chat on Facebook. And these people are very supportive, and I love them all. But I don't have a lot of sponsorship support like I used to have. And unfortunately, Dream, as much as I want to do this for free for the rest of my life and just help people out of the kindness of my heart, it has to make money. So, yeah, I mean, there are people that support me. There are a lot of people that support me on the free aspect, but I hate to say this, dude. I'm going to keep it real. I'm an honest person. There has to be more monetary support for it to be feasible. It takes a lot of time and effort and work to do this stuff. We care about you and love you too, Coach, because one thing no one can ever take away from you, sir, is that you are passionate about your ability, your senses, and your direction in life to help others. And once again, Dream, I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. I'm not complaining. I'm just stating the truth here, Dream. I'm not complaining. You're supportive monetarily and in spirit too. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying in general, Dream. Yes, it is true. But if there are other people out there that truly value this message and want to see it keep going, they would monetarily support this channel with a donation every now and then. or become a channel member or something like that, right? And that's not happening right now. So that's telling me something. That's telling me that the YouTube audience primarily is here for drama and entertainment. They're not here to really learn these principles I teach, right? And that's why I was saying a little bit ago that I'm still going to create content out here, but I'm going to think long and hard tonight and the rest of this week and find another platform to be the main place I distribute things. And figure out what to do out here on YouTube. I mean, again, I'm not trying to complain. I'm looking at the numbers, Dream. You look at the numbers, you look at the revenue that's coming in, and you have to adjust accordingly, brother. It is what it is. That's called Business 101. But see, I'm the kind of guy that recognizes these things far in advance. So I have plenty of time to make changes and still be able to afford to live my life. What a lot of people don't realize about me is that I think about a year or two down the road when it comes to the money I need to survive. And I always put money away for a rainy day. And I always find ways to bring it back. And it's hit one of those points again right now. American Dream says he's praying. I don't know who's watching. I don't care. This man has helped me. He's helped me differentiate. Jesus Christ. These people are insane. You probably heard that. I don't know who's watching. I don't care. This man has helped me. He's helped me differentiate delusion from reality. Perhaps if you listen and donate, you too shall see my vision of hope. Thank you, Dream. Dream furthermore says, I am a heterosexual masculine male. No kidding, Dream. I never questioned that. I love the ladies. Don't get me wrong. Idea on lookers. But this man is my brother in Christ and in life. Please allow him to embrace you as a family member. You know, Dream, here's the thing. Eli happens on my street too, with the screeching tires. Yeah, it doesn't happen a lot around here, Queen, but every so often, you know, you get those millennials and Gen Zers that just started to drive and they got their muscle car and they want to show off, right? They'd rather show off by screeching their tires and risking killing themselves or other people around than going out there and socializing, right? It's mainly the guys that do this. Instead of hanging out with women, they've given up on women, so they go and they peel out all over town and show up. It's an insecurity. Guys that do that shit are insecure because they do that to get attention. And it's stupid and pathetic. Here's the thing, Dream, like I was about to say a second ago, and then I gotta get to the topic. I'm on lap 2 right now. You know, a lot of these guys out here on YouTube, when we would do live streams, whenever they would say or make a compliment to another guy, pat another brother on the back, saying, I love you, brother, they would always have to, you know, follow up with, I don't want to say it and get demonetized. They would say, I'm a straight man, right? They would say, I am not a, you know, homosexual, right? And the more and more I would see that happen on these live streams, the more and more it annoyed me because that just goes to show how insecure these guys are to the point of where if they pay another man a compliment in a heterosexual way, they have to afterwards say, you know, no homosexuality intended, right? To try to tell the people on the panel, that they're straight before they get criticized, right, for making that comment, right? That's a dumb thing, right? That's a dumb thing. That's a group of people that you should stay away from. Those are just shit disturbers and instigators, right? There's nothing wrong with loving your brothers, right? There's nothing wrong with loving your brothers. When I say your brothers or your friends, right? And maybe your actual blood brother. I have one, right? You should never feel the need to justify anything you say or do. Dream. Even if you're paying another man, even if you're a heterosexual man and you're paying another heterosexual man a compliment, there's no need to justify it. You understand what I'm saying? I get why you do it, because you've been on panels with other immature, insecure, pathetic guys that have criticized you for saying that. And they've said something derogatory to you that if I said that, I'd get my video demonetized. And I'm not going to do that. Not because of getting demonetized, because I'm a much better person than that. It goes beyond the monetization status. I can't stand them. Then why do you keep hanging out with them, Dream? Because they're your comfort zone? They're like comfort food to you, right? They are mutants. I can't take it. Okay, I got my composure. They're misled, right? All right, folks, let's get to the actual topic here. Well, we have a lot to talk about. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition. Live from beautiful Red Morton Park, under construction, majorly under construction here in beautiful Redwood City, California, where I live. This is episode number 150, Queen. And I think you've been here since the very beginning that I was doing these Walking with Purpose streams over 2 years ago, Queen. About 2.5 years ago. 150 of these, folks. Episode 150. That's a lot of mobile streams, Dream. In a little under 3-year period on this channel. Plus a ton of in-studio streams and other pre-recorded videos. I've got at least 600 plus videos public on my channel, and probably another 400 or 500 that are private. I've created a lot of content, folks. A lot of content. And today, we're going to be discussing 150th episode special, recapping 2021 and what to expect in 2022, unless, one more time, the topic of today's show is 150th episode special, recapping 2021 and what to expect in 2022, unless you all start getting your acts together and start valuing your time more and stop projecting your insecurities and stop focusing on drama and BS and focus on positive things. So many things to talk about regarding this. I don't know where to start. Let me see here. I had to wait for that dude to walk on by, because he was walking diagonally and he was like turning his arms left and right. I guess he was stretching out. I didn't know which way he was going to go. Anyway, 2021, folks, has been, in my opinion, one of the craziest years that has happened in my lifetime. You know, we all thought 2020 was crazy. It was the end of 2019 or so, mid to end of 2019, when the pandemic started to break out. That's why they call it COVID-19. And then as we got into early 2020, that's when the shit hit the fan. And things just started getting locked down, and people were dying, and things were just absolutely crazy. Over here, something's coming. And at that point, Donald J. Trump was still in office, and in my opinion, it's a good thing he's still not. I'll just put it to you that way. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. I mean, it was amazing what Trump did in 2020 as the president. That's made him come off as one of the biggest hypocrites that we've ever had as a president. Donald J. Trump was the biggest hypocrite president we've ever had. Yet there are so many people that support him, like 70 million people, around 70 million people, at least back then and maybe still now, still support his hypocrisy, right? And they believe every word that comes out of his mouth. Even things that have been proven otherwise, people still believe him over the truth. That shows a sad state of how uneducated and uninformed many of our grown-ass adults are nowadays. Queen says, Eli, President Trump is a truther. Oh, I know, Queen. He may be considered a truther, Queen, but most of what comes out of his mouth is not the truth. It's false. And it's all about getting all eyes on him and who can he screw over to make as much money as possible, right? Queen, there's never been any other president in our history that's been more so scrutinized than Donald J. Trump. More so under the microscope, more so investigated than Donald J. Trump. Those are facts, Queen. And I know you respect him, that's fine, it's on you. I'm not here to criticize you, Queen. I'm here to state my opinions and do my 2021 recap. And part of my 2021 recap will stem back to 2019 and 2020. I understand, Miss Queen, I agree. Donald J. Trump wasn't wearing masks at first, during a time where masks needed to be worn. He did not lead by example. Then he gets COVID all of a sudden, and miraculously 3 days later, he's completely healed. Well, that's what a lot of money gets you, right? The best treatment, right? And who knows whether he had it or not. People said he did have it. He said he had it. Right? But if he did have it, you know, why did he get it? Because he didn't take the precautions, right? And then we go to the end of 2020 with the elections, and Joe Biden beat out Donald J. Trump. And the very first thing that Joe Biden tackled was the most important thing that was killing us, the pandemic. And he's done an amazing job to turn things around. If you all don't remember, Donald J. Trump, after he lost the election, you know, he still had a couple months in office, right? He was out there going golfing while people were dying. And you guys respect someone that leads the country that would rather go golfing and not give a shit about people dying than another man that's actually doing and has done something to turn things around. Numbers speak for themselves. See, what we're dealing with right now, folks, in 2021 are all the repercussions of the previous administration. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. And a lot of people right now are criticizing Joe Biden for every little thing. Is Joe Biden perfect? No. Has he made mistakes? Sure, everybody does, right? But there's one thing I respect about Joe Biden that I don't respect and will ever respect about Donald J. Trump, is that Joe Biden's head and heart is Joe Biden's head and heart is 100% in the right place, not just for the Democrats, but for all Americans. He said it before, I'll say it again. All Americans. Joe Biden is the president for all Americans, not just liberals, but liberals, independents, conservatives, everybody. He's America's president. Donald J. Trump wasn't even really a president for conservatives. He was a president for the alt-right. The alt-right, the conspiracy theorists, the truthers, right? So let's talk about that. Then we go into 2021 on January 6th, and then this guy is so hurt over losing the elections and wanted to keep himself in the spotlight that he's the one that's responsible for the insurrection at the Capitol building. Lots of innocent people died there. It was a sad day. That was unnecessary. Right? Unnecessary. And then you have these conservatives in Congress. You know, now when Joe Biden got into office and Joe Biden was trying to get things turned around, right? Even regarding the insurrection, you have these conservatives that were anti doing the right thing. Why, in my opinion? They know what Joe Biden was trying to do and is still trying to do is the right thing. They're just voting against everything Biden wants to do, good, bad, or indifferent, just because they're conservatives and he's a liberal, he's a Democrat, and they're Republicans, right? That's the way our country handles things. That's the way our government handles things. And it's been going on that way for quite some time. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of the elephant and the donkey fighting, right? I've always said we should get rid of political parties and just all work together in unity regarding the best overall aspect of everyone. There's no need to have political parties. That creates division. It does. It creates division. We're called the United States of America for a damn reason. United States of America. And like I've said in the past, we've become the divided states of America, right? And why? Why? Because some dude that inherited $1 million from his father took that money and started playing the system and ripping people off to turn it into billions and made a name for himself. Then he was The Apprentice. He ran the show The Apprentice, right? You're fired, right? And then he decides to run for the presidency, right? When he wasn't qualified one bit. There's no way that guy was qualified to be president. No way. He was able to manipulate and convince enough people to vote for him. But those people that he manipulated and convinced to vote for him didn't vote for him. Most of them, well, not most of them, but many of them didn't vote for him the second time around for re-election because they realized they've been had. Lots of conservatives turned on Trump because they realized he's really not a conservative. He's his own party. He's the alt-right. He even says it himself. I'm the Patriot Party, right? I'm going to start the Patriot Party, right? I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat right now. You folks can chat it up. I just got to get this all out. I don't care about what Donald J. Trump did in his extramarital affairs. I don't give a shit about any of that. What I care about is what he did or didn't do to help this country regarding one of the most serious things it's ever experienced with COVID-19. Instead of helping this country, he went out golfing. How in the hell do you respect that? He went out golfing. And Joe Biden, before he even president-elect at that point, before he got into office, President Biden was already doing things. Him and Kamala Harris were already doing things before they even got in office. Things that Donald J. Trump should have been doing instead of going golfing. It's ridiculous. People dying, this guy goes golfing. So let's move on. Let's move on. We had this whole thing where Trump was so angry and butthurt about legitimately losing the election that he kept on saying there's widespread voter fraud, which there never was, right? The truth of the matter is, I've said this before, I'll say it again, Trump knew there was no widespread voter fraud, and he knew that his attempts to try to turn the election around were going to fail because there was never any widespread voter fraud. So why did he do it? It was a game. It was a drama game to get all eyes on him, and he did get all eyes on him. He's an actor. He's an actor. That's all he was doing. He was doing something during that time early on in late 2019, in late 2020, early 2021, he was doing nothing any different than these drama shit show channels do out here on YouTube. He was going out there and instigating fake drama to get all eyes on him and to get as much attention on him as possible and to raise as much money as possible from innocent people in the Patriot Party, like he calls it, right? From innocent Republicans that, in my opinion, technically are people on the alt-right. He manipulated them for donations to fight this cause, right? That's the truth about what happened. There was never any widespread voter fraud, and even Donald J. Trump knew it. But that's what people like that do. People like Donald J. Trump, there are people out here on YouTube that do that. When they realize that they have no other content, or if they actually put out their actual content, they won't get any traction, but if they instigate fake drama, it'll get all eyes on them. That's what Trump was doing during that time. That's my opinion, but that's what I think actually happened. Somebody donated some more money. Who was that? Was that you, Dream? Super chat. American Dream with another $2 super chat with no message a little bit ago. Thank you, Dream. That's a total of $4 today. Thank you so much, American Dream, for that. I appreciate it. It was never proven about the voter fraud, but I don't judge as far as I'm concerned. There's no evidence there wasn't, but if there is, it should be investigated. American Dream, Mike, don't be ridiculous, dude. This country was tired. Even many conservatives were tired regarding the lack of consideration from Donald J. Trump. Especially when it came to COVID. Come on, dude. Seriously. I'm not here to try to convince anyone to change their mind or change their views. And even if I was a conservative, which I'm not, I'm slightly on the left, but I'm more down the middle. Even if I was a conservative, Dream, Queen, anybody else, I would have turned on Donald J. Trump too. I really don't care about political parties. I don't. All I care about who is the best man or woman for the job. Right? Who's going to get the job done? Who cares about this country? That's the whole thing, bro. Who cares about this country? You got all these people on YouTube back then, you know, as it got closer to election day, and then, you know, as they were counting in the mail-in votes because of COVID, right? And then Donald J. Trump's lead was being cut back. Then all people were saying, you know, oh, the liberals, the Democrats are stealing the election, right? And Trump and his supporters were saying, stop the steal. Even that crazy nut job, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she is a crazy nut job, that's my opinion. She was wearing stuff called Stop the Steal in Congress. How professional is that? The lack of professionalism in Congress, especially by many of the conservatives, is absolutely preposterous. It's very immature. It's very childish. It's ridiculous. None of the liberals, none of the Democrats ever behaved that way. Stop the steal. Nothing was ever stolen. It just goes to more so show the mental capacity and instability of grown-ass men and women in this country that just cannot admit when things don't go their way. When things go wrong, they just can't move past it. So they have to make shit up. Stop the steal. Nothing was ever stolen. At all. And these people were getting on the Democrats saying that, you know, they were told to use mail-in voting, right? And the Republicans were told to go vote at the polls during a time before even vaccines were widely available. So these ridiculous conservatives at that time were saying, well, you know, these you know, mail-in ballots, there's a lot of fraud going on, and the Democrats planned the mail-in ballot thing because they were trying to steal the election. No, you morons. They were trying to protect people from COVID-19. Well, your leader, at that point, Donald J. Trump, was trying to put people in the line of fire before even vaccines were readily available. I told you this 150th episode would be me just coming out. I've done 2 laps, folks. I might do 2 more. I'm feeling hot today. No gas lawnmower allowed by Newsom? That's ridiculous.
Sorry to bother you.
What's up?
Whenever you have a time, you seem like a really. I moved here a couple years ago. My name is William, by the way.
Yeah.
It seems like you're very intelligent, and I was wondering if I can have your opinion on something that's pretty crucial in my life. So I was just, it's no joke. Whenever you have time, stop by, and I don't mean to interrupt, but
All right.
I'm basically related to the Beretta family, and I'm trying to get rapport with them, and you seem like someone that can probably give me some kind of nurturing on advice. So
Cool,
I
man.
appreciate it, okay, you have a good day.
All right.
I'll talk to you when I talk to you.
All right, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Take it.
Have a good one.
You too. Take it easy. That was rather interesting. That was interesting. The dude that lived over there, and he wants me to stop by his place and talk to him a bit. We'll see. I don't typically go into people's homes that are strangers or don't know, but we'll just see. So anyway. All right. All right. So anyway, we're on lap number 3 right now. I'm probably going to do 4 laps. I had to let that dog go by. There was a woman walking by with her dog off leash, which, put your damn dog on a leash when you're out in public, especially on the street. If you're at the park, yeah, on the grass, no problem. But, on a sidewalk where you got other people walking, a public sidewalk, put your damn dog on a leash. Anyway. Dream, when you walk your dogs, are they on leash? It's all good. Dream. Oh. The fire truck is going somewhere. Give me a second, folks. Dream is like, troll beware, infiltrate. Come on, Dream. It was kind of odd, but I really don't want to talk about a dream, because if it is something that these other people were doing that I've done in the past, I don't want to give them any notoriety. I don't care, dude. What are people going to do? Like if they harass me, I'll call the cops. Right? It's not a big deal. So anyway, so we moved past the insurrection. We moved past all this stuff early on. We got past this widespread voter fraud thing. And then, because of all this, I forgot to mention, Trump had his accounts on many social media sites suspended. He deserved that. Thank you for another $1 super chat with no message there, Dream. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $5 today. I greatly appreciate it, bro. So, excuse me a second, just catching my breath. I've been kind of speaking with tons of passion. So we get past this widespread voter fraud thing, and give me a second. We get past this widespread voter fraud thing, and then Trump has his social media account suspended, and then people are complaining about that. I think he just got Facebook back. I think Facebook gave him his account back. But recently, over the last few weeks, Trump tried to get a federal judge in Florida to force Twitter to reinstate his Twitter account. I think Trump is permanently banned for life from Twitter, as he should be. You know, in my opinion, and this is what Twitter thought, and this is what many other social media platforms thought. They thought that Trump was a danger to society with what he was putting out there. And in my opinion, not only was he a danger to society, I still think he is. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm not telling you what to do or what to think. I'm just saying my opinion is that Trump's social media presence is a danger to society. And if you don't think he had anything, or if you don't think he had everything to do with that insurrection on January 6th, then you're out of your mind. And besides all that, it's been an interesting year. People got stimulus checks that were hurting from the pandemic. Lots of businesses got some support from the government, but they still closed down because they couldn't make it. I'll tell you, the last couple years leading into 2021, they've been some of the worst years I've seen since I've been around for almost 48 years. And it's really sad because in this modern world, we have more technology than ever to do the right thing, to spread the right messages, right? We have more ways to communicate with people very quickly and effectively. And instead of using these communication platforms in the digital world in a more positive way to better everyone's lives, we use them to create drama, even within the government. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. The way I look at Congress is this. This is the way I look at Congress. I look at the conservatives in Congress as the drama kings and queens, like on YouTube, and I look at the liberals like the ones. And I'm not saying the liberals get everything right; they don't, but at least they handle things respectfully, professionally, maturely. The liberals, whether they're right or wrong, they don't go out and instigate drama. They don't handle or practice business in the same ways as the conservatives do. That's the difference right there. Again, I'm not saying the liberals always get it right and the conservatives always get it wrong. Both get it right and wrong at times. I'm looking at the level of maturity and professionalism coming from liberals, in my opinion, has been far greater than the conservatives. And so when you have a bunch of conservative people in Congress that are instigating drama, that are wearing shirts and hats saying "Stop the Steal," like Marjorie Taylor Greene, how do you expect the public to react to that? You're basically instigating the public to continue doing crazy shit that Trump got them to do. It's ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous. Give me a second, folks. Eli, please look at the Arizona audit and you will see a lot of evidence that came out. There's no need to look at it, Queen. There's no need to look at it, Queen. It's all said and done. It's in the books. Queen, let me ask you this, and I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying, why don't we just all move forward and work together, regardless of who's in office, and make this country a better place? Why can't we just stop fighting amongst liberals and conservatives, right? Why can't we work together and do what's right for everyone, right? That's all I'm saying. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just stating what I've seen. This is what I've seen. And I'll say this. I've said this before. I'll say it again, which is what I'm trying to say, is that even if one of the liberals that I voted for, like Joe Biden, did something terrible that is impeachable, I would vote for him to be impeached. If I was in Congress, it has to be done by Congress, right? But I would vote to have him impeached if he did something impeachable. You see, here's a difference between myself and many other people on the right. Give me a second. The difference between myself as a liberal and most conservatives is that if someone from my party does something wrong, I don't condone it. I don't sit there and just agree with my party, whether they're right or wrong, just because I'm a part of that party. That's why I honestly feel and have always felt that political parties need to go and we need to work in unity. We need to stop fighting. If we're going to have division in Congress and in government over political parties, then you're going to have division in the United States. Why are we called the United States of America if there's division, right? You ever thought about it that way? I mean, I'm asking a legitimate question. That's a legitimate question. Just give me a second here, folks. So that's a little bit about what happened in 2021. Oh, and one more thing. You then have, like I mentioned recently, you have the truthers and the conspiracy theorists out there basically telling people that the vaccine is harming them more than helping them, right? And our president, along with many trusted agencies and what do you call them? Authoritative voices, like YouTube calls them, like doctors and other professionals, right? They've been saying we need to reach, I think we need to reach 70% to reach herd immunity, right? And it is crucial for people to get vaccinated, right? And Biden pushed, and he wanted to reach herd immunity by summer. It didn't happen. We're still not there. And we're still, I believe, under 60%. We need to hit 70. I believe it's 70% for herd immunity. Correct me if I'm wrong, Queen or Dream or whoever else is here. Just give me a second here. The wind has seemed to die down a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my third lap, and then I'm gonna do my fourth lap off the air. So, what should we expect in 2022? What should we expect in 2022? And by the way, all these things that have happened affect all aspects of life. Business and personal, dating, marriage, everything, right? It's affected us. This whole pandemic and the way it was handled has affected us financially. It's affected businesses. It's affected our personal pocketbooks. It's affected people from, in the dating world. It's just changed everything, right? So how, where are we headed? What should we expect in 2022? What to expect, in my opinion? Well, unless we really start getting through to the people out there that really have no frickin' clue what they're talking about, and they stop misleading, misinforming, and misguiding people, I hate to admit it, that we're going to go into 2022 stemming off of 2021 and going down the same destructive path, which I hope we don't. I think when situations like these happen, folks, a lot of people reconsider their views and opinions, right? And that's why I think Donald J. Trump didn't get reelected, because he did some things while in office that his own people didn't like, that people that had voted for him in 2016, they didn't like. And then the rest of the people that are still on board with him are so angry that the other people turned and he didn't beat Joe Biden, that they have to, whine and complain like little female dogs. Stop the steal, right? There was no steal. Widespread voter fraud, there was none. It's time to grow up, folks. It's time for all of us to grow up. Accept responsibility, accept the truth, and start thinking about your brothers and sisters around you, meaning the people around you, instead of just yourself. Start taking other people's feelings, wants, and needs into consideration, and start to realize how what you do and how you think and feel about things affects others. Get your questions, comments, and concerns in. I'm going to be going off the air in just a couple of minutes here. I'm tired of all this, folks. I'm tired of the fighting. I'm tired of the whining and complaining. I'm tired of the misinformation. I'd just like to see things get back to normal. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see things get back to normal. And I'll wrap up by saying this. If somehow Trump gets back into office in 2024, mark my words, I'll mention this towards the end of 2021, if somehow he gets into office in 2024, we're all done. See, you conspiracy theorists and truthers and people that support Trump, the alt-right, the Trump supporters, right, the Patriot Party, right? Because I don't consider you folks Republicans or conservatives. You're not conservatives. You folks are not conservatives. You're not Republicans. You guys are your own entity. You guys are the alt-right, Patriot Party, whatever you want to call it, right? Because I have conservative friends, like I keep mentioning, here in the Bay Area and in Northern California. There are lots of conservatives here. We are a blue state. We have way more liberals here than Republicans, right? Than conservatives, right? But I am friends with a lot of conservative people. And let me tell you something. We're really not that far apart in our views. And we do have some differences, but we respectfully disagree and we're still friends, right? And we don't, these conservatives out here in California, they don't come out here with these ridiculous conspiracies and stuff saying that this BS happened when it didn't, right? We've got 70 million people in this country, around that number, that are trying to destroy, in my opinion, help destroy the rest of us with these ridiculous agendas. That's just my opinion. All this has been my opinion, folks. That's all I'm doing here. I'm not stating anything as facts. I'm not misleading anyone. I'm stating my opinions. Now it's time to get on out of here, folks. We are at 1 hour and 19 minutes. I want to thank you all for being here. I'm going to take the rest of the night off and go and relax. And probably going to take the rest of the week off from in-studio streams and probably just do walking streams from different locations the rest of this week. I'll change it up. If you want to reach out to me, folks, go below in the description. Coach Eli at coacheli.com is my email. If you want to join the Genuine Emotional Support Group for men and women on Reddit, go below in the description. It's about a couple lines down. Join the group. That's a way you can ask questions about anything, and we'll emotionally support you, whether you're a man or a woman. More so, men need this group because men nowadays hardly get any emotional support. And yeah, any moderators, if you have any questions, you know how to reach me through the private group behind the scenes. And yep, it's windy as hell. It's windy as hell. With that being said, have yourselves a great day and a great night. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye. We're out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.